Hi guys, I'm Sunny and welcome back to Sunny's Effing Delicious. Today we are making something a little bit special. This is an incredible dish of lamb and peppers. Outstanding dish, Punjabi style. Let's do it. Right, so we're going to go in with about 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Straight into a pan that's on a medium heat. And we're going to straight away throw in some whole spices. Exact quantities will be in the descriptions below, but I've got 2 bay leaves, a couple of cinnamon sticks, some black cardamom, some green cardamom, some cloves, some chili flakes, some fennel, some cumin. It's all going in, right? And we're just going to kind of give that a stir and just let that kind of infuse into our oil. There's a lot more spices going in, but this is just our base of spices that are just going to infuse the oil, and that's just going to create the most beautiful depth in flavour. Beautiful. That aroma is just amazing. And then we're just going to throw in our peppers and onions. So I've got 3 peppers, red, yellow and green, and I've got 3 small onions, and I've given them a rough chop because this is going to be cooking for a long time, so we don't need to give them a too fine a chop. So straight in and just give everything a good mix up. I'm just going to let these saute for about 2-3 minutes before I add my garlic and my ginger. Remember guys, you've heard me say this before, the base of the curry is the most important part, right? So take your time with this part. If you get this part right, the rest is easy. Okay, so I'm just going to let that do its thing for a moment while I chop up these other peppers that I've got. These are just like Middle Eastern peppers. You can get them from any ethnic supermarket or even like Tesco's and stuff stock them now. I'm not removing the seeds because they're not spicy. They just have that beautiful like chili flavour, but they're actually quite sweet and quite mild. They don't give you much heat. They give you chili but not heat, if that makes sense. Right, and these are going straight in as well. Beautiful. And our garlic is going in, so that's 6 cloves of garlic finely chopped, as well as about 2 inches of ginger, which is sliced into like thin matchsticks. Guys, I don't mind the matchsticks. I like the bite of ginger once it's cooked down. Some people prefer to grate it in, and that's fine as well. It's personal preference. And we're just going to let this do its thing now for about 5-10 minutes. Just going to let this wilt right down before we even add any more ingredients. Okay, we're looking good. I think we're ready to add the rest of our spices in. Okay, first things first guys, we're going to go in with 2 teaspoons of ground cumin. Guys, quick correction, that was 2 teaspoons of ground coriander, not ground cumin. Here's my teaspoon of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of garam masala, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 2 teaspoons of turmeric, 2 teaspoons of paprika. Right, once everything's in, give it a good stir and combine all your ingredients with your spices. Beautiful. Right, we're going to go in with just a touch of water. So whenever I think that pan's getting a little bit dry and I think those spices might be in danger of like maybe burning or toasting too much, then I'm just going to add a bit of moisture with a touch of water. Cool everything down. Great, we're just going to continue to let this wilt down and continue to let this saute. Right guys, so we're going to go in with 2 teaspoons of tomato puree. And this is for colour, it's for a little bit of sweetness, a touch of acidity, and we're just going to let this tomato paste just cook out. Right guys, if you look at how beautiful this like base looks right now, it's thick, it's kind of like rich, and it's got those beautiful peppers and all that, like you just know that's like huge intense flavour. You want your lamb to sit in this, right? So we're going to go straight in with about 1/2 kg of lamb, and that's some of the pieces are on the bone, some of the pieces aren't on the bone, and that's exactly what you want. And that the pieces with the bone are going to kind of release a lot of moisture. Mix this up and kind of marinate it within our sauce, within our spices. Beautiful. And we're just going to kind of let that lamb just do its thing for a bit. Right guys, go ahead and take a good look at this. This is exactly how your curry should look like before you cover it. So what we're going to do is we're going to place a lid on top of this, and we're going to come back to it and we're going to check up on it every 3 or 4 minutes. Right, we're 3 or 4 minutes in, let's see how we're doing. Beautiful. See, we're simmering away gently, looking good. Give it a stir. And now that lamb will just release a lot of moisture over the next like hour or 2. Beautiful. They just get tender and fall apart. That's exactly what you want. Okay, so I'm happy with how this is looking, guys. The lid's about to go on, and then we're going to stop checking it so often. So now, lid's going back on, and we're going to come back in about 20 minutes and just check up on it. Right, our lamb is looking beautiful and it's doing its thing, and we're going to go ahead and whip up a really quick Cucumberizer. So I'm going to go in with about 6 tablespoons of Greek yogurt, and we're just going to slice up some cucumber into thin strips. And you kind of want that cucumber water in the right there as well, so don't like spoon out the watery part. You kind of want that mixed in with the yogurt. So straight in. Generous amount of salt, so a good pinch of salt, touch of pepper, half a teaspoon of garam masala, and quarter teaspoon of chili powder. And then we've got fresh coriander and fresh mint from my garden, and you want to go heavy with the mint. Lamb and mint is a great combo. And the cucumber and the mint as well, it's great. And we're just going to literally just bunch them all up, stems and everything. And this is all going to be finely chopped. And this is going straight in. And that's it, you're done. Just give it a good stir. Mix it in. Right, Cucumberizer done in about 90 seconds. Let's set that aside and check on our lamb. Right, let's see how our lamb is doing. Beautiful. Just look at how much moisture that the lamb has released. It just creates its own sauce, its own gravy. Oh, this looks amazing. It really does look outstanding. Check that in another 20 minutes. Right guys, our raita is done. Our lamb's on its way. Let's prepare a salad. Okay guys, nice typical Indian salad. Nothing too flash. Just halves of cucumber, along with some halves of onion. Put it to a side, and just along with some halves of tomatoes. So Indian salad is probably one of the easiest things you'll ever do in your life, but it's so good. Okay, just get a bowl. Everything goes in. Join the party. Okay, touch of coriander. Right, so you know the drill guys. Coriander, stems and all. You can't waste the stems, that's the best part. And right, everything joins the party. Okay, everything's in. We're going to go in with salt, just a pinch, pepper, just a pinch, quarter teaspoon of garam masala, a glug of apple cider vinegar, and just a tiny drizzle of olive oil, and just give it a quick dress. Split up some of those onions. Make sure all of your tomatoes and cucumbers have got a little bit of coriander, a little bit of vinegar. Spread all the ingredients out. Right guys, there you have it, a beautiful salad whipped up in, again, what, 90 seconds, 2 minutes? And we're going to set that aside and wait for our lamb. Okay, it's been about 25 minutes. Let's see how we're doing. Wow, wonderful. And we've added no water here, guys. No water at all. That's just all the moisture that's come out of the lamb, mixed with the tomatoes and the peppers and the onions. Wow, this just smells outstanding. The aroma. Okay, so that lamb is still a good hour away from being fall off the bone. So give it a good stir. We've checked on it. Put it back on the heat. Gentle simmer. See you in another 20 minutes, mate. Okay, we've been gently simmering away for a further 25 minutes. Let's have a look. Beautiful. Wow, stunning. Let's just look at the color. It's so deep and rich. All right, let's leave it gently simmering away. Lid back on. Almost there, guys. Right, guys, it's been another 20 minutes. It should be ready now. Let's have a look. Just look at the deep color. Beautiful. Just looks so rich. Wow. Right, guys, now's the time to check if it needs anything. So let's have a quick taste. So, pinch of salt maybe. Just a pinch of salt. Got to be careful here though, because I don't want to throw it off balance. It's really good. It's incredibly good. Okay, we've still got 1 or 2 more ingredients to go once it's off the heat, but apart from that, I think we're almost done. Another 10 minutes and that'll be perfect. Right guys, we're almost there now. This has been simmering away for about an hour and a half on a low heat. Let's see how we've done. Wow. Beautiful. This looks stunning. Wow. So rich. Look at that deep dark color. Okay, so that lamb is falling off the bone, it's tender, it's succulent. Brilliant. So this is coming off the heat now. And we've got 2 more ingredients, coriander and just a touch of butter. And that's it, we're good to go. Right guys, we're off the heat. We're gonna go ahead and add some butter. Right guys, this is a totally optional step. You don't have to do this. I like to do it just because it's extra indulgent and it just gives you that velvetiness and that richness. It just adds to it. So this, I'm just going to stir this butter in, and this is kind of like, this is why I was hesitating earlier to add that extra pinch of salt, because I knew that we were also going to be adding this little bit of butter, and that was just going to add richness and depth as well. So that's why I hesitated slightly and just only added a touch. And we're just going to stir this butter in. Right, chopped coriander, finely sliced, stems and all. You know the drill. Just give the whole dish like some freshness, that beautiful coriander flavor. Just make it beautifully vibrant. Wonderful. Right guys, there you have it. This is my perfect lamb curry with peppers. Outstanding dish. Let's plate up. Okay, let's start off with the base of our rice. And this rice is just infused with a little bit of vegetable stock and some peppers. And then we go in with our beautiful, rich, aromatic curry. Just look at it. Just look at the color, the depth. Guys, and then we're gonna go in with our Cucumberizer. Don't forget that, really important. Just cools everything down and just gives you everything like a beautiful freshness. And finally, another really important step for vibrancy and freshness, a bit of acidity. Beautiful. And here it is guys, this is what curry night looks like at Sunny's house. Outstanding. Right, incredibly happy with how this turned out. It's super rich, incredibly vibrant, beautiful color. I'm going to go ahead and get stuck in and do the taste test. Guys, before I do that, if you enjoy my content, give me a thumbs up, like this video, subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. That really helps us. Anyway, let's get stuck in. Okay, straight in there. Right, straight in for the curry and a bit of raita. Outstanding. So bloody good. Lamb's tender, but still juicy. Got a bit of bite to it, which I like. But the flavour, oh my god, you can just tell by the colour. The flavour. Sorry guys, I've got to stop eating this because we have to finish this video. I'm going to demolish this off camera. Try this step by step how I've showed you. It is an outstanding lamb curry dish. This isn't just delicious, it's Sunny's effing delicious.